back. So, last we left off, the expedition has found themselves in the throes of battle in the Sultan's palace against unknown / known acolytes of the Great Deceiver, a foul cult of change that has been festering in the city of Lashik for quite some time, unearthed by the expedition here and brought to task. Currently, the Sultan is being directly assaulted in what probably was going to be an assassination attempt for his life that is so far been thwarted by members of the expeditions, showing their courage and gusto in the face of overwhelming odds, able to destroy these foul heretics. As we left off, you had been bolstering the harem guard that were protecting the Sultan, that are swarming this area, fighting cultists in your wake. More so by just slaying the enemy instead of actually, lifting them up in any way. Because why? Because why would you? I mean, yeah, exactly. But the Nog was unleashed, and he decimated the enemies before him. All have fallen to his mighty blade in a matter of just a few rounds. All right. So we are at the top of the round at this point. The acolyte was burned alive by Luther. Lucian distracted one of the big cores for a while. Wolfram got some good shots in. You definitely actually damaged one of the Chaos Spawn. Then, of course, Henry slew his fair share of foul heretics as well.
While bleeding out.
While bleeding out. No, not anymore, though. It was cauterized by Luther. So, top of the round is, in fact, the Spawn. The one that's wounded, unfortunately, he fully heals because of his regeneration that's kicked in.
One of them was on fire.
Yeah, it slugged it off last round.
Oh, okay. Damn.
So he's no longer burning. So he is regenerated. All right. So both the Spawn are fully regenerated. They're going to continue to pound away at the guard here. Gonna roll d6. 2. Okay, that is the oh, the hail of barbs. Okay. In a strange turn of events, the spawns, the backs of the creatures begin to bulge and perforate as these bone-like spikes pierce through their backs in like large sets and ridges. Talking about probably 40 or 50 spikes begin to emerge from their back, and they explode outwards with force, almost like a grenade going off as they shoot into indiscriminately into the crowd of individuals around them. So I need to roll for defense for them. Critical success for the harem guard. They're not going to take any damage. So it does nothing. The attacks do nothing. None of you have engaged them this round, so they're not going to attack you. So that's it for the Spawn. Brings me straight to Luther.
We're going to try it. We're going for gold.
Going for gold.
No one's left on fire, right? Everyone's dead.
There's burning bodies, but yes, no one else left on fire.
All right. All right. I'm going to try to cast a spell here.
Well, what are you going to cast, Luther?
I'm gonna try to cast Flaming Sword of Ruin.
Okay. Let's see you do it, Luther.
I need 3 levels of success currently.
Okay. Let's see what you got, Luther.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's see. That's not enough. I'm gonna use reroll.
Yes.
It's. I'm gonna count.
It's a 60. Is it enough?
I'm counting. 1 sec. It is because of my momentum and my rope.
Oh, okay. All right.
Barely.
Just enough.
So
Indeed.
here is what happens. My willpower bonus in yards.
Okay.
Willpower in yards is the range. I look at Henry's sword,
Oh shit.
and for my willpower bonus in rounds, for 5 rounds, I read a hand weapon, magical flames. The weapon has damage, strength bonus +6, and the impact quality.
Oh shit. Okay.
Anyone struck by the blade gains 1 blaze condition. If the wielder does not possess the arcane magic fire talent, she does not, and they fumble on attack with the flaming sword, they gain 1 blaze condition.
You light yourself on fire, Henry. I like it.
So if he misses, he can light himself on fire.
I like that.
But it gets a +6 to his damage and the impact. Attack
yeah,
on there.
yeah.
So
Exactly. Yeah. There you go, Henry.
So and all of a sudden your sword goes, Kevin's on fire.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
Let's hope I don't miss.
Yeah, don't miss, Henry. Don't miss, Henry.
Knock it up.
Holy shit! Sword's on fire.
Yeah, suddenly Henry's sword lights on fire.
Slay him, Henry.
Yes, the blade looks it looks badass, not gonna lie. It's metal as hell now.
At the end of the day, that's all that matters.
It's metal as hell now. It looks like something off a old school metal album. All right, lots of skulls, and it is what it is. All right, that will then bring me to the Nog.
All right, so there's the spawn,
There's 2 spawns.
and that's all that's left.
That's all that you guys can attack. Yes. We lost our ears.
My AirPod died.
Oh,
There we go. You got me?
Okay.
No.
gotcha.
My AirPod died.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. All right. So I'm attacking a spawn, and I need to roll you an attack roll. I still
Yes,
have
please.
my momentum, correct?
You do.
Bruh. Which even
shit.
at 100, it's still under 123.
Jesus Christ.
But it
So-
doesn't matter though. That's
I know,
always a
because that's like the
good
super
fail.
critical
Yeah.
failure.
And I rolled a critical success on his defensive roll.
Fuck that. Well,
22.
the dice have turned.
They've turned on
They
you.
have turned on you. They have
As
turned on
you-
me.
Charge one of the
Technically,
spawn.
technically, that's a critical success.
No, I don't think he has. He doesn't have the what you call it.
Oh yeah. Well,
What do you gotta have?
I mean, 100 is a critical fail, right?
Yeah,
Automatically.
It's always a critical fail though. It's one of those.
Oh, is it?
A 1 is always a critical success, and a 100 is always a
Okay.
critical fail.
It's just the extremes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So does that mean I
So-
lose my momentum or just one of them?
Yes, you will be.
Unfortunately, it
You're going to be
does.
losing all your momentum because you're about to get hit in the face
Okay.
by the chaos spawn. So, all right.
Ugh,
I
that's
need to
gonna
roll
hurt.
to see where this hits you.
Oh,
It's the gut.
that's good.
Now, I will say, if you want to negate the critical wound, You can sacrifice a point of armor from your gut plate.
Ooh, I'd have to get it fixed later.
You'll still take damage from the attack.
Yeah.
But you won't get a critical wound.
Oh yeah. I need to do that. So that'll take my AP for it's 1 right now.
Yeah, it'll bring it down
or 2.
by 1.
I mean, so it needs to be a 1 after this.
So it'll go down to 1.
Okay.
But you will only take.
So let me preface this real quick because
Yes.
all I have on my sheet is that Nog has only 3 wounds left. He's got 3 HP. I don't know.
Take you past that.
Yeah, I didn't know when the last time we were able to heal.
You might as well give yourself that armor back because this is going to drop you past 0.
Okay, so I don't have to take a ding on my armor. I'm just going to go unconscious.
Yeah, just bring it back up. You're going because it's going to deal +3 plus. It's going to deal 11 damage.
Oh yeah. So how does that work? I'm just unconscious now.
Well, no, you get a critical injury.
Yeah.
So you may not go unconscious. You're at 0, which means that you're incapacitated. You just kind of like
Gotcha.
you fall
I've
down.
been super winded.
Let me roll this. Do you want? Go ahead and roll me D100. Let's see how bad it is, Nog. Don't roll another 100.
You're having way too much fun with this.
I'm having fun with this.
Damn it!
99. That's
Almost got what you wanted.
Holy shit.
That's
almost
incredible.
as bad.
Yeah, I know.
That's not good.
2 numbers that are always fails.
Oh, it's the hubris.
This makes
Did
sense.
I get beheaded?
Almost.
Oh, no.
100 is torn apart, and it's instant death.
Oof.
Instead, you get the internal bleeding.
Oh man.
So,
You might want to drop that fate point, bro.
do you have any fate points left?
Not according to it
Nope.
says I have.
Let's say
fate point on
he
my
was
sheet.
down it from previously.
Yeah,
So you gain a bleeding condition.
but I was never sure how correct it was anyway.
So yeah, you gain 1 bleeding condition, so you were instantly unconscious. Because if you're bleeding
Okay.
at 0, you go unconscious.
Yeah.
As one of its mouths rips through your gut plate into your own gut. And as it does, you feel like this strange pulse, Nog, as you feel blood spilling out from your most sacred appendage, which is your gut.
It's
And
good fun.
the pulse is hot, and you feel a strange sensation in your body as it pulls loose, and you have been infected with blood rot.
That doesn't sound good at all.
We'll get to that later.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. As Nog falls
The once
unconscious
and mighty
on the
Nog.
ground.
He can't believe it. He's looking at it and just kind of like,
Then he falls down unconscious.
yeah.
It is Lucien's turn. If Nog is not healed of his bleeding condition, he will possibly die next round.
Okay. Luther's gonna try to take care of that. Well, I guess the bleeding condition is at the end of the round.
Yes, it's at the end of the round. He's gonna have to roll a D100. If he rolls below 10, he will die.
No, that's pretty
Can you do a heal check in the middle of
Or,
combat?
excuse me, it'll be if he rolls above 90 because it's the opposite.
Okay.
Yes, you can do a
Can
heal
you do
check.
it? You can. Okay.
Whew. Yes, you can.
Okay. Well, and you don't get momentum on this, right? For heal.
No, you do not.
Okay. 50-50 chance that Lucien is going to kill you. Here we go.
Does Lucian have bandages? Did you see?
Let me see. He does. He does have bandages.
Okay. You can just use bandages and they instantly heal bleeding conditions.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Don't have
what
to
we'll
roll.
do then.
Yeah.
Does he lose the momentum, or does he lose all his momentum?
For Lucian,
For healing him.
he's good.
Okay.
So I'm not bleeding anymore, but I ain't
you're not
in good
bleeding.
shape.
Now you're not conscious though. You're
Now I've
unconscious.
got the blood rot.
Yeah, he's unconscious until he gains wounds, but
Okay.
he's healed of his bleeding condition.
Okay.
And you do have blood rot now. That's gonna be fun.
Does Lucian's pendant of nerve do anything for blood rot?
Oh yes, it does. You
If
lucky
you had
son
the
of a
description,
bitch.
If
You
you had the
lucky son of a
description.
bitch, Nog.
What's this? What's this?
So, Lucian doesn't even know how it works. Lucian gets over you and
he
begins to pack your injury with his bandages as he rolls over to you,
Yeah.
trying to keep away from the spawn. He can't physically move you, but as he's
No.
packing it, his chain with the kind of like glowing unk kind of floats free from his chest. And as it does, Nog, you feel a tingling sensation go through your body. You almost come to wakefulness, but you feel healthier, as if perhaps your disease was literally burned out of your body.
Nice.
And you're good.
All right. Still
Should not-
unconscious, but not dying.
I should not have put that item in this campaign. I don't like it.
I love it. It's
I don't like
great.
it.
Need it.
I don't like it. I don't
So
like
what was the pendant? What's it do?
It basically cures disease around it within a radius.
Oh, nice.
It just burns it away.
Nice.
Here we go. Okay then. That's it for Lucian's turn. That'll bring me to Wolfram.
Is this chaos spawn? Is it injured at all?
There's two of them, and no, they are not injured anymore. They have healed.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna pull a pistol out.
Okay.
And how close to me is it?
I mean, you can get close enough to shoot it.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna take a shot. I'm gonna call a shot at his head.
All right.
Let's see. Okay, I will use the website since the app's not working again. Okay, so that is
9. That's promising, I'm sure.
4, 5, 6. That's 6 levels of success.
6 levels of success. How much damage are we talking?
So let me see, that would be 11. I believe it's 17
17
with impale
damage.
and penetrate.
Yeah. Okay. All right, and it doesn't have any armor for its head. Passes straight through. So 17. All right, you deal a significant damage to it. They are big, and like mutating creatures, but you do like a big chunk of its head just explodes outwards
Okay.
as you draw your pistol and shoot. Is that going to be it, Wolfram?
That's it for me, and I hope Henry will follow up.
All right, it is Henry.
Going in.
Mighty Henry's coming in with his burning
The-
blade.
The Emperor's Sword.
Oh my God, is that a 3?
I think that hits. It's a 3 out of 99.
Yeah, I can't.
Shit.
I try to defend and it's not going to happen.
How's that
Um,
plus 6, bro? Plus impact.
Yeah, this is now I gotta do math here. So it's
So
strength
impact
bonus
won't be that great,
plus it's strength bonus plus 6. So my minimum damage is 11
Yes.
plus impact.
Yeah,
Which can
impact
only be
is
plus 3.
Which is
3.
only gonna be 3. So
you
we're
get
at
3 for that.
14
Mm-hmm. Plus your
the
success levels.
Success levels, which is
9. If it's 99,
Yeah,
was
9.
Yeah, 9.
yeah.
So was it
So
What
it was
was
a
I at?
14, 19. 14, 9 plus 9, so you'd be
Up
at
to
13,
20,
23 damage.
23.
23, yeah. 23 damage. Against that, I mean, that's impressive for a human being, especially.
And they were
And then it
playing.
lights, yeah, and then it lights on fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a 3 is a headshot as well, so you get one of its heads poking out. Wolfram just exploded one, and then you go for like another one that's popped up on the side of his body. 23. My God. Where's down? Yep. It is severely hurt, and it is on fire.
All right.
As Henry just takes the blade and
Yes.
cleaves into it. Massive damage. A big hunk of flesh falls off, burning. And the creature, actually, many of its mouths open and scream as it begins to try to like wiggle away. And it's it for Henry's turn, and it's the bottom of the round. So why don't you roll me a D10, Henry? Since you inflicted a burning condition on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luther loves it. He's like, yes.
Oh, it's only 3.
Catch people on fire.
Unfortunately, it's only 1 damage.
It's 3 plus 1.
Yeah,
It's 3 plus 1,
it's,
yeah.
it's tough.
So
It's tougher than that. So it only
Yeah,
takes 1.
yeah, only gets 1,
Okay.
yeah.
But it is still burning. All right.
That's what matters.
That's it for that. So the top of the round, that Chaos Spawn will spend its horrible regeneration to remove its burning condition, but it does not heal.
I'd like to do a fast shot on him.
Oh yeah. I need to resolve the I really need to resolve the Colt and the Harem Guard fight first. I forgot to do that. But then
I'm getting
yes.
ahead of myself. Okay.
Well, that was me. I shouldn't have even done the spawn stuff yet. But all right. So which one of you wants to roll for the Harem Guard? Need to roll under a 35.
I'll try.
Nope.
That's 11.
Yeah, baby.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good. That's good. The Colt rolls a 74 out of 47. So they fail utterly and entirely. An 11, that is going to be a crit. So 2 degrees of success. Doubled. And then doubled again because of the crit. So that's going to be 8. Minus 8 to the Colt's momentum here. That brings him down to 39. It's right. It's on the fringe here. The Colt's on the verge of breaking. But yeah, you can go ahead and do your fast shot now, Wolfram.
All right. I wish that roll had been my fast shot. That's broken.
$71.
Yeah. That is 5 levels of success. But he's large, so I get to add 2 more to that. So it's
That's true.
7
Yeah.
levels of success.
Shit.
All right, how much damage are we talking, Wolfram?
So 7 plus 11. Let me double check that. Yeah, I think it's 18. Let me double check. Yeah, 18.
Okay, 18 wounds. 71 is the leg.
Is that the right arm again?
Look. 71 is the body. All right. It does have quite a bit of armor on the body.
But it has a lot of armor piercing qualities because it's penetrating.
Yeah. All right. That is going to bring it to 0. Because it was heavily wounded before. As Wolfram draws a second pistol and shoots the creature from his bandolier with his second steaming pistol. And as that happens, the creature just like falls over, keels over dead. That's minus 10 momentum to the Colt. Brings them down to below the harem guard.
What?
And I need to make a test for the Colt real
Oh
fast.
man, that's great.
They failed their test. At the sight of the spawn falling dead, the majority of the rabble cultists cry out and begin to scatter. They dropping their weapons and fleeing. The remaining spawn is quickly cut down by the rallying harem guard. They're able to overcome it at this point as they begin to rally guarding the Sultan. The Sultan is whisked away from danger in the process. And with your efforts as well, you're able to slay the majority of the fleeing cultists. Not all of them, but the majority of them. And that's a close for combat.
Oh.
As Wolfram closes it out.
Oh. All right.
At this point, all of you, blood cast upon most of you, except for Luther.
Yeah, Luther's in the back.
Luther's in the back. Wolfram as well. Though he probably looks still a little messed up from what happened to him last
I
session.
probably got soot all over me.
That's true. Still. However, you see the mongrel, your bounty hunter, kind of walk up. He's covered in gore from like head to toe. Kind of walks up, walks up to Nog, gives him a nod. You watch as Nazaro, panting heavily, also covered in like blood and viscera, walks over. Good showing, gentlemen. Good showing. It's a hell of a shot, Wolfram. Got to say.
That's what I do.
And Nog, you beautiful big bastard, you.
Oh, no.
I'd kiss you if you weren't so disgusting.
Yeah. He can barely talk, so.
Yes. Lucien, could you patch our friend up, huh?
Of course.
Lucien just kind of nods. Well, hey, so I'm going to try to consult the Sultan. Obviously, he knows what's happening, as this has been eye-opener, I'm sure. Do one of you want to come with me? Give the good news.
Lucy.
Who's going with them? Sorry, Lucian, he'll nod for 3 points of healing.
Here you go, Nog. You got 3 points.
Yeah.
Didn't Lucian
That's
kind
where
of
I started.
buddy up with Stanu already?
You get now, Nog. You do get 2 fatigued conditions. One of them for going unconscious, and then one of them for bleeding.
So I just have to get some sleep.
Yeah, you need to. You guys are about to finish everything right now, so it's not going to matter much. But just in case something happens, you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Luther would be happy to talk to the Sultan, or
I would like to go because I want to talk to the bounty hunter too.
Yeah, bounty hunter's not going. He's staying here.
Okay. Then I would like to stay here and talk to the bounty hunter.
All right. So Luther, you're coming with Nazaro?
yes.
This is a.
Unless you prefer Lucian, and then Lucian.
No.
Can go. Okay.
All right. I guess it's the magic man. Come on, let's go. And he begins moving towards where they were shuttling the Sultan off. As they leave, Wolfram, the bounty hunter, the mongrel Beckhaven, kind of looks towards you, makes eye contact through the slit in his iron helm. You want to say something to me?
Oh yes, I wanted to know where you got that fantastic firearm. It's a work of art, almost as nice as mine, but to be able to shoot continuously without reloading, I would love to get my hands on one of those.
Talk to one of the crazy bastards from the Engineers Guild.
I will do that. I appreciate your advice. Thank you.
I don't see any around here.
I suspect you are correct that we're not around one. I might be one when I get back to the Empire. Unless perhaps you want to trade for yours. I do have a beautiful handgun myself.
He turns away and begins walking towards someone else at this point.
Oh no.
I look rejected.
As you do so.
A little voice talks to Wolfram. Oh, that was great, Wolf.
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay, good.
He likes you.
As Luther and Nazaro begin to make their way towards where the Sultan was sequestered.
As we were walking past, Luther healed himself a little bit, touched himself.
Of course he does.
For 10, and
oh my God.
What do you want from me? He's back at full health, baby. He's back.
Is.
He's back. Yeah.
Luther looks invigorated. Nazaro looks back as you literally burn yourself. You're like, oh, and he looks back at you and he just shakes his head. This is not the place, my friend. That is more of a private thing.
To each his own. Senor Nazaro.
Very well. Just don't embarrass me. Yeah, let's try to keep it kosher, huh? Yes.
Of course.
Do
you need a touch up?
I will be all right. I appreciate that. I prefer the more mundane practices.
Of course.
You walk up towards some of the harem guard, and they are also battle worn as well. They immediately take a defensive posture. And Nazaro kind of opens his arms. Hey, ladies, it's okay. We're on your side. He's gonna have to make a charm roll. He is a charming man. 2 degrees of success and a degree of failure for the harem guard. They begin to kind of drop their guard a little bit. They look tired after everything that's happened. One of them has a nasty looking rend across her shoulder. It's still bleeding. And Nazaro kind of buddies up with her. You kind of see him whispering in her ear, Luther. You see her face blush. Suddenly, the other guard kind of nods her head, and they open the door, allowing both of you to pass. All right, my friend, it's we're good to go.
Luca nods and heads on.
You walk past. Nazaro has a bit of a smile on his face as he walks down this this very elegant looking hallway that is lined with open windows that kind of give you a grand view of the city, where you can see off in the distance the many burning buildings out in the lower sections of Lashik itself. There are a few more guards, and it's obvious to tell where you need to go. You are brought to a smaller chamber, no less full of finery, though. Layers of pillows. There's a massive hookah set up in the center of the room. It's gold and encrusted with jewels and various other baubles and other things dangling from the room itself. The Sultan looks kind of shaken as he's sitting there. He's puffing on the pipe, just as the two of you approach. Several of the guard kind of stand at the ready nearby as well. The Sultan looks up. Thank you. I'm told you were making defense for me. Yes. Nazaro nods. Yes, my Sultan. You obviously know now, but we have evidence that these foul cultists have been in your midst for quite some time. In fact, my scholarly friend here has seen many of their faces. He can give you details as necessary. I do believe that there is some connection with the almshouses. The is that the correct, Luther?
Yes, you are correct, Senor Nazaro. A Saul Wallow Hornberger is one of the culprits from the almshouse, along with some other interesting people that you may know. Rima Masaya, the aunt of the previous sultan.
He looks shocked at that reveal.
Atif Usef, a lieutenant of the city guard. Um, uh, Maria Deborah, a healer from Britonia. And as you saw, Faustly Sitar, one of the high-ranking priests of the Jinn. And unfortunately, Sultan, I believe there were others, but my vision was cut short before I could get the full scale of this corruption in your city. As you can see, our noble knight commander has decided to take upon himself rather quickly, I might add, to burn the almshouses. I hope you do not take offense of this liberal use of his authority in your city.
It is. He is doing the good work. I must say, this is. I must commendate the expedition for acting so quickly. I had no idea you would uncover this in such a short amount of time. I was expecting a long, drawn-out investigation. My guards were all but useless, and now I understand why. Heads will roll, my friend. Heads will roll. Do you have any more definite proof, my friend?
Unfortunately, definite proof is hard to come by, besides my visions. And now that our knight commander is burning all the almshouses, it's hard to suss out the rest of the cult. He is rather fanatical in his belief of purging the heretic. I will say, Sultan, there are other issues in your city that may need your attention. Are you aware of the Skaven Undercity under your fair city?
You talking about the rat things?
Yes, the rat things.
They bulked up every now and then. Nothing crazy. Pop up, snatch some people. We chase them down, burn them.
Sure, sure. There is a very large warren underneath your city. They captured my friends and I. They have some plans against the expedition here.
So it is your fault that they are in my city.
No, Sultan. I believe they've been here for quite some time, before we even arrived.
How do you know this?
The warren is extensive and large. Could not be built shortly.
Give me a charm roll, Luther.
Okay. I am attractive. Does he find me attractive?
Yes, he does. He finds you very attractive, Luther.
Fuck yeah. All right, let's do this. I need to do a good roll. I'm not the best at charm. Oh, I thought that was a 20.
It's not.
It's gonna fail. I got roll. I got one more reroll. I'm using it.
Sure you do. Sure you do. However, you know.
Ooh.
Oh, 31.
It's one level success. My charm is 41.
Okay. The Sultan kind of like you get the idea that he's on edge and mistrusting at this point of pretty much everyone. and you're dragging a lot of big names out into the light here that will need to be investigated. The talk of the Ratman on top of that it's a lot, but he doesn't push any further. Just kind of.
Your Sultan, I only bring this up. As I said, they hurt me and my companions. I wish to have permission to visit one of the establishments here in your fair city, and then burn it to the ground and all within. They apparently are conspiring with these ratmen, traitors, you might say.
Who is this you speak of?
Forget what it's called. It's some smoke shop, some den of drugs down by the docks. It will not be missed, Sultan.
Of course not. I see no problem with this.
Of course, thank you. I appreciate your gift to me. I
Little spark of flame in Luther's eye.
Yes.
Yes.
Sultan, as you've seen, there are so many powerful people in your city that apparently have been corrupted by the taint of this cult. I don't know how to say this, Sultan. Perhaps you would feel more comfortable with perhaps some guards from the expedition along with you. I'm not sure.
Mean, I will say these Knights Panther are quite efficient and effective.
I might steer clear of them. I don't know. They just
they not with the expedition?
They are with the expedition. They just are so zealous in the
they seem perfect to me.
Yes. Perhaps too zealous. I would prefer. Senor Nazara has many brave men, trained men. I'm sure they would be more than capable of helping defend your.
He speaks the truth, Sultan. Perhaps the best, indeed. The bold bastards are at your whims, should you need. I would also suggest we stray from the knights. They are, as Mr. Luther has said, they are quite touchy. I wouldn't do too. They don't have a delicate touch. It's one thing the Sultan's presence would need. I mean, you see these beautiful women you have around you. Of course, you are a man of finery, of the softer things. Yes. And she kind of like nods. You understand, my friend. You understand what it is like to be me. Well, regardless, an investigation will need to be put out. But have no doubt you have done a great service to the Sheik, and you shall be compensated in full. I will be supplying you with a full armored regiment convoy. You may, I will have the carts at the ready, as well as horse or camel, whatever you prefer, to pull as well. Should you need supplies, you will have them. Zaro just kind of like nods. Thank you, Sultan. That is quite gracious of you. We appreciate it. And we will be leaving for now. And should you need us, just send word to the Hof Estate, and we will be here as quickly as possible. The Sultan just kind of like nods his head. Nazaro gives a what do you call that? Kind of like a goodbye greeting in Arabian that he's picked up. Kind of like says it. Sultan repeats it, bows his head, and you are ushered to leave. As the two emerge back into the open section of the palace where you find the rest of the party in the main hall, looking over the dead. coming to grips with the toll that was taken. You all gather and head back to the expedition, I'm assuming. Unless you're going immediately to go burn a building, Luther.
Nah, I figured I'd do that. Sometime.
Sometime,
No rush.
at some point. No rush. The heretics will be there. They'll be there when you need them.
I mean, they're I don't know, they're heretics. They're Skaven loyalists. I don't know.
Loyalists, yeah.
Betrayers.
Anybody that would work with Skaven deserves to be burned on the heretics' pyre.
Exactly.
I disagree. I strongly
deserve
disagree.
to be burned.
Absolutely. Indeed. You reconvene at the Hoff Estate, where the expedition has been taking its time regrouping. At the end of the night, every single almshouse within the city has been burned. The people running the almshouses have been gathered and taken and are brought forward to the Sultan, whom demands some kind of evidence, but scarce is put forth, and the individuals in question are executed. And a public execution within the next day. The majority of the mutants and cultists were rounded up, or at least what you think are the majority, are rounded up and killed, and some of them taken for interrogation by the loyal parts of the city guard. There's a great purge of the city guard happening currently. An investigation from the harem guard into their doings. And as well, the cult of Jinn has been completely just gutted in their support from the Sultan after what happened in his palace. So the cult of Jinn has lost their standing in the city right now. Though some of the people might turn to them for comfort and for all of the normal practices that they perform, as far as the Sultan is concerned, and as far as the wealthy of the city is concerned, the cult of Jinn are in the outs right now. And a lot of that might have to do with the expedition in some way, shape, or form. Or at least that's the way, the high priest sees it. So you may have made a little bit of an enemy there. Regardless, though, a whole regiment of individuals are sent into the catacombs, into the sewers. Some undead creatures are found and slain. Ghouls, cannibalist-like creatures that were feasting on the honored dead of Lashik. But no ratmen are found. Empty tunnels. Everything gone.
Maybe look like a fool.
And with that, you discover that the commander, Dieter Hellwig, has personally purged and burned the majority of the leadership. He asked to be the executioner for the Sultan, and he was granted, rightfully so, utilizing his blessed blade to cleave each of their heads from their bodies in a grisly display, as it also lit their bodies on fire in a strange bluish flame. The Magister Raina Reichenbach regains her composure, though she seems a little shaken by her experience within the Skaven Warrens. The only other member of the expedition that was been somewhat unaccounted for this entire time was another of the Magisters. and Magister Elmer Weiss was he comes back after a day or two after the burning heretic like night or whatever we want to refer it to. And he claims that he has a lead on a possible deal for some ships to take you guys out of Lashik. When you guys, of course, reveal that you've done all this work for the Sultan and he has supplied you with an armored convoy. He looks quite dejected at this, as he says that everyone that the upper management here are being fools, and that the obvious safer route would be taking to the sea. But as his proclamation, himself and his scribes, damn it, why am I blanking right now? His apprentices, there we go. Him and his apprentices leave the estate and move to a different part of town. They actually go down towards the lower sections of the city, and they stay in one of the many hotels, inns down there, supposedly doing their own work for the expedition in their own way, and they're just kind of left to fester elsewhere. Hopefully, Magister Wise out of sight, out of mind, as far as Aldebrand and Magister Reichenbach are concerned. But with the expeditions being somewhat split on how they should move forward, that is where we are going to end tonight's episode of the Expedition of the Damned. We'll pick up next session with endeavors from everybody. Then we will get into the next leg of the adventure. I do have viewer decision, though. And I will announce it after we do our favorite moments of the night. So Luther. Favorite moments of the night from Luther Steinhauer.
I mean, a couple. I like the Nog Pain Train, you know. Once it got rolling, there was no stopping it, So
well, there was. Yes.
I mean, that's true. There was.
I mean, there was.
That's true. There was. But for a while there, it was no stop. Couldn't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. Indeed. How about Wolfram? Favorite most of the night, Wolfram.
I want to tell you that Wolfram was incredibly impressed when he saw Luther burn Henry. And Henry was like, whatever. I was definitely impressed by that. But like Luther, I also agree that this mighty scimitar of death that Nog was wielding was the star of the show.
It was impressive, I'm not gonna lie. How about Nog? Favorite moments of the night, Nog?
I gotta say, very clever thinking to cauterize young Henry's wounds. Even though he wasn't here, Lucien was present as ever. And yeah, I getting into the whirlwind, I think I obliterated like 10 of them all together. But the way the end of it ended with me just basically collapsing, from exhaustion, most likely. The dice played out well. Yeah. That was good fun. It's good fun. I thought it was done though. After all that, I thought it was over.
Oh man, it was close. It was definitely close. And last but not least, Henry. Favorite moments of the night, Henry?
Yeah, apart from all the criticals that were being rolled around, it would have to be Luther's cauterization, as I went from 14 wounds down to 6 in a matter of like 1 minute.
Ooh.
And yes, then indeed. Luther brought me back up to what would have been 16.
Brought you back.
Technically 13.
Brought you from the brink.
Otherwise, that would have been a much more cautious melee.
Indeed. But you're back. Maybe we'll see how endeavors go. I mean, I'm excited to see what you guys are going to work with. If I had a favorite moment, it was certainly the sheer decimation in a very quick fashion of the cultist. I was impressed at how quickly it started rolling. And once it got going, it was over. It was all over. They were steamed through all of them, and you guys made a big swing in the second to last round. It was because the Colt was still faring pretty well, and then they just took a massive hit. They dropped it's like 30 points or something. They just dropped. So it was good swing for sure. But that's going to be that. So I do, of course, have your decision for the next episode. One that I feel like, all of you out there watching will enjoy thoroughly. I did give you both this session because we were tied for the comments between the sword and the sorcerer. So we got them both. We got the demons and we got the blessed blades that did nothing. They didn't land a single attack on any of the party members, so I didn't get to corrupt anyone's soul even further. That was very upsetting. But it is what it is. So, for the next episode, as far as viewer decision is concerned, I need to know. You need to vote either brutally cunning or cunningly brutal. That is a viewer decision for the next session. And who knows who or what it could be referring to. It's going to be great, guys. So either one of those will work. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. So, of course, all of you out there, thank you guys very much for watching. Do make sure to check out Dan Decker. I've got links in the description to all of his social media experiences. Do, of course, leave some comments down below. Vote the viewer decision helps you interact with the game, and I love to mix it up and see what's going to happen. No spoilers in the comment section. Some of us, my players don't even know what I'm talking about. So it is what it is. But thank you guys very much for watching. Do make sure to like and subscribe if you have not, and we are looking forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Have a good day.